Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Uruk. I'm Marcus Aurelius, and this is Dominion's 5 Warriors of the Faith. And we are the nation of Uruk, led by Ursula, praise her, the goddess of dirt, the unsleeping goddess. And we are doing a lot of site searching, it looks like. But before we get started with the actual gameplay, I have a little bit of housekeeping to go through. One of our viewers, Airmanon, has created a Discord server that is tangentially related to this series in the channel, the roleplay series that this channel has done in the past. I am not personally officially involved with it, but it's great. A bunch of the channel regulars are there, continuing the roleplay from what they do in the comments of the videos. While I am still producing videos, I would very much like it for you to continue with the roleplay in the comments of the videos themselves, so that every viewer has a chance, if they're interested, to look at it. But obviously this is not going to last forever, and I'm going to be going back into retirement. So at that point, I highly recommend that if you're interested in continuing the roleplay or just hanging out with cool people, that you sign up for that Discord server. If you have any questions, I'm sure Airmanon will be happy to help you with that. All right, so now back to the game itself. We are casting a lot of site searching spells. Just going to go through them quickly. Mostly we're not finding anything, which is unfortunate. Oh, we did find a hidden forest in Gnome Peaks, which is great because that's a nature site. Although Gnome Peaks is kind of right next to Tianqi, if I believed correctly, so it might be hard to hold on to. Okay, and Kionashur found a boiling bog in Silbermark. Battle at the Fortress of Kuhir. Alright, so what do we have here? This is Berlandis, along with Aga of Kish. And they have a shaman, don't they? No, they just have Corvus Corax, the sorcerer of the sands. Okay. We got our Ursuline Guard. They're going to rush in. Oh, wow. I'm not expecting too much in the way of problems here. Yep, they're already inside the gate. We actually have the ranged advantage, which looks like it's actually hurting us more than it's hurting our enemies. But Corvus is too far back, I guess, to do anything worthwhile, which is fine. I'd rather Corvus stay alive. Alright, cool. So what happened here? We didn't lose anything, and we have it now. But here's where the problem is, folks. Here's the big problem. Lack of supplies, and we've been there for 2 turns, so diseases are affecting our troops. Hopefully our commanders will come away with this unscathed, but this will hurt our army, which is not good for a field army so far away from home, which is why I'm forging a lot of nourishment items. Range of light, a hailstorm, another 130 shepherds. Wow, these poor shepherds, man. They're just getting it from all sides. Stonegrave, oh, nice. Defense. Wholegrave, earth gems. That's all very well and good. Alright, so here is... Actually, you know what I'm going to do first? First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to name people. Because doing it and then talking to you about it after the fact seems to kind of mess me up. So, Ishkur, the Mashmashu. You are now going to be... Phobos. God of the sun, right? Wow, don't even know what this says here. But Phobos. Unfortunately, once again, we are wasting all this money and time on these Mashmashus, and we're not getting what we want, which is earth and astral, so we can start forging crystal items. So unfortunately, Phobos, while I love you very much, you're not really adding much to the party here. I don't think there's really any combination water and astral skills, although to be fair, Phobos, you did get that 10% pick, so that's pretty cool. Mostly they only get 5 magic ranks, and you get 6. Which unfortunately doesn't do much besides make you a better researcher. But what it could do is it could allow you to be a really great communion leader. Because all these guys, right, they can only improve in nature and astral, but you can improve in water and nature and astral. So there's some cool stuff that you can cast. Let's take a quick look and see if there's anything neat that you can forge with the combination of those 2 paths. Nothing that the average normal person can't forge. I don't think there's any nature... water combined items. Maybe when we get down into the artifacts and stuff where they use a lot of combinations. This is good though. We got to get one of these guys to Nature 3 so they can start getting Moonvine bracelets, which improves the nature magic. That'll help our shamans as well. I'm actually stopping the recruitment of shamans because we have a lot of them, and there's only like one per army, especially when we get mass protection. We only need one per army. So I don't want to just be flooded with shamans, especially because they are not sacred and so cost a lot of money. All right, so you can't really forge anything unique, but can you cast anything? So a combination of nature and water and astral. So we definitely want this at some point. So if we give this guy a robe of the sea and a nature bracelet or a water bracelet, he can start getting naiad warriors, which will help us get into the water. But that's 30 water gems. We don't have that much yet. Otherwise, there aren't that many good combination spells. But that's what Phobos is going to do eventually. He's going to be our summoner of naiads. Unless we get a NC that also has water and nature and maybe 2 water to start out with, but I don't think that's possible. Imaru here is now up to 4 water because he started with 2 and he has the robe of the sea and the ring. So I'm actually going to keep him forging water boosters. Lorenzo, you are going to forge the robes of shadows, knights. Actually, I'm hearing that this isn't actually knights. This is just a stand-in. The real knights is actually lurking around, touring the world. But as long as the Alquils keep coming, I really don't care. I don't care who's doing it, as long as it's getting done. Chameleonis, unfortunately what we need from you is a lot more food items. The wine bag, as I mentioned, is a lot more gem efficient. Mardum, you were our Haraspexer, but now that we've Haraspexed everything, although it might be in our best interest to double Haraspex these sites, because 1 earth isn't enough to catch a lot of things. So actually, can you... Gnome lore. You can. Okay, cool. Range of light. Perfect. So, our mighty Nin, Mardum, is going to be checking out range of light because there's a gorge there. We think they might find some more cool stuff. Unfortunately, Captain Bill and Gavin are just researching because, again, as I said, we have too many shaman. And we're actually going to have another one now. Is Phobos the only one needing naming here? Yep. All right, cool. So up in the desert of Ban Kish, we now have Sin Gamil. Sin Gamil is going to be protecting Ban Kish from disease. And will be known as Gram. I don't know if this was intentional. The actual name is Gran Faso, but they put an M here. I'm going to stick with the P, and you can just let me know. Or the N, I mean, and you can let me know in the comments. Gran Paso. Gran Paso is our disease healer for Ban Kish. Then we also have our Erishtinger for Ban Kish, who's going to make sure that it is protected from bad events. And that is Gilgamesh, the second of Ban Kish. Okay. Did I do that right? Nope, I forgot an A. So it's actually B. Nope, please. There we go. Ban Kish. All right. Cool. All right, down in, or up in Polgrave, actually, Calrander is moving up to aid in the battle. Over here, we have King Galuda. Actually, never mind Phobos. King Galuda is well set up to Naiad summon, because he only needs... Oh, wait, no, that's wrong. He has 2 nature, but only 1 water. So he can still do it. He can do it just as good as Phobos. And he's actually better situated next to the water. Or her. We don't even know yet. Let's find out. Who is this going to be? Kim. That could go either way. Alright. Kim, the NC. Then down here, we have Smithmasters Senior, who is our Nin, who's in charge of sniping. We have Kahir Mar, who is our Druce Gildas, holder of our wine bag. Shaman, who has a Robe of Shadows and a Cornucopia. So how far are we from mass protection? Not that close. We will get to Alteration 6 in the next turn, And then I'm sure we'll be a couple turns away from 7, which is where we're going to get it. In the meantime, Druce can just summon swarms. He can wooden warriors. There's a lot of good stuff he can do. And Ursula's here. Don't get excited. She's just moving troops around because I stored all the troops with her. Although we really need another. All right. Kim. I'm sorry, buddy. We need to put you into the battle right away. Actually, Noctis Annie. We don't have anything for you, though, unfortunately. I started forging these because they're really cheap. They're only 5 earth and only 3 earth with a hammer. They're not amazing, but what makes them good is they have less of an encumbrance penalty and a defense penalty than the armor our NCs normally wear. Right, well, I think it's actually the same. The same, but they have twice the protection. So they're just trading up to better armor. Although we really need something with less encumbrance. But yeah, Kim, you're going to move down here. Let's just see what kind of troops. Well, we don't have a ton. But you're going to come over here, and you'll meet up with the army. Ursula might have to come down here, too, because I don't think Cahir can hold everything. I did get some of the chariots. Oh, you know who this... What am I thinking? What this army doesn't have that it needs is an N2. Yeah, I've been too busy summoning or recruiting these guys that I haven't got an N2. Oh, well. Gonna need an N2. Oh, we have another holy point. That's cool. Let's not waste that. Alright, we're good. Alright. So, but what that means is this army is essentially just hanging out here. We have to wait till we have a blessing support. Otherwise, what value are they to us? So I'll move whatever I can to Cahir. Shoot, nobody else can really hold anything. So I don't really care about morale right now because, well, it doesn't even matter. He's full already. Shoot. Okay, Druce can only hold 10. But I guess for right now, Druce, you can hold the chariots and the buffalo, or some of the buffalo. And then Smith Masters. How would you like some Ursuline Guard? Oh my goodness. Okay, this was bad logistically on my part here. You know what I'm going to do? I'm just going to, since we're just staying here, I'm going to leave everybody on the ground. And then they'll be picked up on the way out. Though it is going to be 2 turns until we get our N2, so that stinks. Regardless, Ursula's going to go back home. I'm sure it was a huge honor for Smith Masters, Cahir, and Druce to have her deliver an army to them, essentially because she's the only one in Uruk who can carry a large number of troops. That actually makes me think. We might be able to use some of these nature gems to summon a sleeper who's a great leader and can hold a ton of troops. We might just want to have them park in the capital just to have troops sitting there. Let's see if we can get one. We can, but we need 4 nature, so only Ursula can do that. But we can work around that, can't we? Well, no, the best we can do is 3 with Camillionus. Alright, so we have to wait till Ursula gets back to get our sleeper, but I think that's a pretty good idea. We have a new shaman, our last for a while, and that's going to be Kiko, or Kiku. Let me know in the comments if I'm horribly butchering the name. Gonna head up here. We have a new air mage. We're gonna get them into the battlefield right away, and that is going to be Jay Leet. All right. So Jay Leet, can you please actually head on over to Cloudbreakers? You can meet up with the giant army. And we could even have someone send over the, we'll have the N2 bring another endless wine bag. So that's super helpful as well. All right. So we've got everybody named here. In Sirmiok, we have another NC, another one with 2 nature and 1 water. Again, this is actually a great combination for us because they could liquid body and then wooden warriors are troops. And if they had a cornucopia, they could mass protection. So we don't even need a shaman for an army led by one of these guys. And this one in particular is going to be Val Thor. Alright, Val Thor. So I'm recruiting a lot of NCs because they're really our only commander that can carry large numbers of troops. So I'm having them all kind of go to Uruk. Normally I have them take troops from wherever it is they're recruited, because I'm recruiting troops everywhere, but not in Sirmiok, because the leader of Sirmiok is Rob Stowe Brokenhorn, and he's going to be a cavalry leader. I want him to get up to 40 cavalry, though I might have him take off with less. And he's going to leave at that point and join whatever army could use heavy cavalry. Alright, down here we have another one. So this one is still good, because we can liquid body, but also iron skin. So it's a good combination. He can't do as much for his troops, but this would be an interesting thug chassis. So here's what I'm going to do, by the way. I've been thinking a lot about the NCs and how I want to play them. So they are all going to start off as battlefield NCs, meaning they're going to lead troops, they're going to cast spells that buff the troops. Occasionally, they might cast offensive spells. Because you can really use NCs for three things. You could use them to lead armies, you could use them to be mages, battle mages, if they get the right paths, and you can use them as thugs. But I'm going to wait and see if they get experience and heroic prowess, and if they have cool heroic skills, like if they have skills that would make them better as a thug, then I'll transition them to that role. So that's kind of how it's going to be. It's going to be like NC training school. They're all going to go into battle, and whoever gets the experience and hopefully the heroic traits will be the ones to get promoted to a thug role. But so Luga is going to be okay. Utnap Ishtim the second of, what was this, Fenica? No, Sirmiok. Oh no, Murius. I don't even know my own provinces. What a mess. Murius. Alright, so Pishtim of Murius. So already we're kind of noticing some defined roles here. Obviously, Uruk is the capital. Isurian is going to be our main, like, commercial and... Actually, now that I think about it, Ursula, why don't you go to Isurian so you could trade wind it? Now, just so you know, one of my advisors, one of Ursula's advisors, Chris, cautioned against trade wind, feeling that the amount of air gems that it costs to cast it wasn't worth the income bonus that you would get. I see that, but I still think it's something Ursula would do, because she would want her people to have better lives, and the trade wind kind of improves the income, improves the commerce and economy of the province, makes people happier. I think she would want to do that, and we have a pretty solid air gem income. So, and we don't even really need to use that many air gems right now, because our Illusionists can cast Lightning Bolt outside of the gate. I mean, yeah, it's cool to get bows and stuff for our Nins, which we're going to continue doing, but now we have access to the Bow of War, which benefits from nature gems, I think. So, I'm still going to do it just because it's thematic, it's what Ursula would do. But so, Isurian is kind of like the naval force of, or it will soon be the naval force of the Uruk Empire. Ban Kish is essentially a small little frontier post that's the home of the Sorcerers of the Sands. Sirmiok is our mostly human province, where we're recruiting human auxiliary heavy cavalry. So that's going to be kind of the flavor of this nation. They're basically like, if you think of the Roman Empire, they're kind of like the Gauls who sided with the Romans, didn't fight against them, said, nah, we're going to work with you and be your allies, and that's what the Sirmiok humans are. Murius is kind of an interesting place because it's on the border of both Yis and Tianchi, and it also has some kind of unrest producing misfortune-y domain. So I'm going to say that Murius is kind of our Detroit, I guess, like a city with crime, and it's just a little bit dirtier and grimier and a bit more rough and ready than the rest of Uruk because of all the unrest, let's say, although we've managed to patrol it down. Still, I think it's kind of funny to give it its own sense of place in the Empire. Purple Lit, of course, is keeping control of it with an iron fist. I'd love to hear a story of Purple Lit and his adventures in Murius, fighting off crime lords and, and other such things. But Napishtim the Second, let's get another one, and let's get you. You can have a bunch of archers, since there's not a lot of recruitment points here. Sirmiok I think we're on, yeah, we're on. Can we get another one? No. But we do have a bit more for some, oh, because we're not recruiting a leader. Let's get another one. Yeah. Okay, and Stonegrave is on repeat. Yeah. But somebody, I guess that guy, is going to take all these guys, and he's going to bring them up. Actually, why not just go straight to Cloudbreakers, that guy? You could join the army. Actually, when you're passing through Erebor, let's see if we can remember and give you a... I think I'm forging a Staff of Numbness. No, I thought I was. I guess I'm not. I should. I should. Who's our water guy again? Instead of a water bracelet, forge a Staff of Numbness. Boom. For that guy. And then that guy could start getting involved in the battle as well. And because we're probably going to need it, Gavin, even though you don't have a hammer, you're going to forge a wineskin. And actually, Captain Bill, you are as well. Alright. Alright, anybody else need names? In Sinextro, we have... I guess no one. Right. So we're good on the names. Anapishtim, we're going to have you head to Uruk. Wow, you can do it in 2 turns? Good for you, buddy. You're making some good moves there. Alright, so, you know, it's always so funny. I always think I'm getting more commanders than I really am. Okay, so now they took... Yis took Spring Spires from Agartha. We're patrolling White Forest. We can't move from here. I mean, this army is essentially just the Guardians of White Forest, because if we move out, it's going to get taken. So, but with these guys, they can handle anything. Although I should... Well, I was thinking I should search for sites, but look at all these sites. I doubt there'd be more than this. I think you can have up to 4 sites, I want to say, in a province. I don't think I've ever seen a site... No, 5 here. Yeah, Erd is our best in terms of sites. Look at all this cool shit. But yeah, so 5. So I mean, there could theoretically be 2 more sites. Actually, the throne. So I guess in addition to the throne, the fort, the laboratory, there could be... Well... This is nature and earth. And so we'd add water to that in astral. Bannerus right now is still cool with us. Pythium can't reach us. Agartha can. That would just be terrible if they came in here and we're able to conquer it because we were searching, not patrolling. We're going to leave it. Aga of Kish, luckily nobody's diseased here. I mean, at least none of our leaders. So we're going to head on over to Norville. Hopefully Yis will stay out of our way. If not, though, I'm confident that we can take them out. And man, this is why I need trade wind, folks. Because against the AI, province defense is really useful. And we're so low on income. I'm not recruiting any troops, really. Except for the ones that are on repeat. Like, no commanders here. Can't even get a scout. That's where I find myself. Do we have another sorcerer coming? No, I'm not even recruiting sorcerers of the sands. That's how hard up for money we are. So it's good that Ursula's going to be there helping out. So I've kind of explained what role... Oh, I didn't talk about Sinextro. Well, Sinextro is going to be an interesting place anyways, because let's say there's a lot of religious unrest in Sinextro, because one turn it's under Ursula's dominion, one turn it's under Yis's dominion. So you've got a lot of humans in Sinextro who are kind of in a point of religious turmoil. It's kind of going back and forth, which is why we have a ton of kind of leaders there to keep an eye on things. We have A Mistake. Although some of these ladies are going to get out pretty soon as soon as we have bows for them. So Murius is kind of like the grimy criminal city. Sinextro is the religiously split city. Sirmiok is our human cavalry allies, so knights. So you can think of Sirmiok as just a wealthy, plain province with excellent knights and horses. Big, huge herds of horses rampaging up and down the plains of Sirmiok. They're trained and led into battle. Isurian's going to be kind of our naval strong point, and I'm not sure if I'm going to keep Livenmark. There's like literally 3 people living here. The undead have just wrecked it. So I'm thinking we might tear this castle down and build one instead in Jome, which is a more strategic point anyway, because it blocks access from everywhere. Well, as Silvermark. I guess like we could build it in Silvermark too. That is 5,600. Yeah, they're roughly equivalent. But building a fortress here won't do anything for us, in the sense of, like, this would protect entry into our realm. if I build a fortress here, so what? They can come around here. They can come around here. I'm probably going to tear down Desert Divisions too. But we're definitely going to tear down Livenmark, because a fortress with no people means no anything. Resources, no income. Any troops that we station in the fortress are going to starve. Which is why Anders is coming in here with a supply usage of only 57, which still might be too might be too high. But we're coming in hot. We've got let's put Anders down here with his bodyguards. Actually, is that smart though? Because then if they flank us, they're not going to flank us though. There's nobody there. And that way his bodyguards can protect Hellkite and White Druid, and also the archers will protect them all. Alright, so we're going to try this army here, Anders, Hellkite, and White Druid in Livenmark to try to take it back for us. Meanwhile, we're all just... Oh, shoot, this is a problem. If Yisk can take Desert Divisions, then there's no way we can continue on our path unless we go to war with Yisk. And Agartha now has a Hydromancer and a Water Elemental and Embracer, so we should kind of work on that too. Actually, let's get Phobos over to Isurian, so we can perhaps prepare a naval expedition. Do we have any items? Who's our best water guy? I know you're forging a Pebble Staff, but when you're done with that... Okay, a Goblet will take 100 size points. That's 33 Enkidu. 33 Enkidu under the water. So if I get like 2 of these, that should be a pretty solid army. They're going to not do very well, obviously, because even with the magical ability to breathe underwater, they're still not accustomed to it, so they're not going to fight as well. But all we need is really a beachhead, and this only has 1 guy in it. You know, so if we can just get a beachhead here, maybe fort it up, we could start recruiting underwater troops, maybe make a play for that throne. There's a lot we could do. So Phobos is going to be the leader of that. And we're still going to forge the Pebble Staff. Although it would be neat if we could get Uruk. What if... So the best we could do here... Well, we could get 2 water, I guess, with one of these guys, but that's, like I said, a less than 1% chance of that. I really just need this earth pick. I don't know why it's stymieing me so much, but we're not going to be able to get one for a couple turns. Alright, let's look through the list. Morgoth is hanging out so we can get him better items. Madamu is... Well, I want Madamu to build a fort as soon as we have some money. Trip is going to... What are you going to do, Trip? Let's go to Scythia, because Norville we're going to take, hopefully. Barad-dûr is going to stay in Raspberry Woods. It looks like Vanarus is actually making a ton of progress. Tianchi does not look very strong. And we're just going to wait here again for another turn. We searched for magic sites and found a boiling bog. Fire and water, not bad. Although I would have expected more for all these different paths that we searched. Again, though, there could be a level 2 water site that we just weren't able to find, which is unfortunate. But now I want everyone set to patrol. And actually, didn't I have a scout here? I did. Lautaro, you're going to go south to Silvermark to give them the wine bag. Alright, now I guess all you guys are just going to hang out here in Cloudbreakers. That sucks, but it's the way it is. Take some much-needed rest. Maybe go check out the magic sites. Rothmog, yet another shaman. Sorry, buddy, you're just going to research even though you don't like doing that. I apologize. Alright, I think we're solid. Let's end the turn. So our mighty armies to the north have been away from Uruk actually for quite some time. Like Illa, the Marquis, and Kiero. They're, what's it been, like a year since they've seen the lands of Uruk. Alright, we've got Alteration 6. We found the highest peak in Gnome Peaks, which makes sense, right? They're Gnome Peaks. Arcane Probing. And eventually we're going to stop doing all this side searching. Pyramid of Life. Interesting. We're going to check that one out. Queen Forest. And once we stop doing all the site searching, we'll have a lot more gem income. Because right now we're spending, you know, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, about 18 gems. Alright, Livenmark. Let's see if Hellkite and team can do what they need to do. Hellkite's already impressed us with her ability to defend a province single-handedly. These guys are pretty armored, though. I forget what bow I gave her. We'll find out soon enough. I guess I gave her the Bow of War? It must be, with all those arrows flying about. No, she has the Golden Arbalest, which is still pretty good. I think it armor pierces. Nice. White Druid. What's funny, though, is I can't tell which one of the arrows comes from the Arbalest. There it is. I don't know if it hit or missed or what. We're getting a lot of friendly fire here. And now White Druid's gone to Phantasmal Warriors. Again, not a terrible choice. But I think Lightning Bolts would be a lot more impressive. But hey, I'm sure the Enkidu are heartened by seeing essentially Ghost Warriors fighting for them on the battlefield. That must give them some good feelings. So we ended up losing a soldier, but we did a lot. Hellkite took out another one, but White Druid, MVP. Norville. Okay, it looks like we're in trouble. Looks like Yis is going to attack us. I forgot to set these guys back to hold. That was my bad. Good thing there's nothing here to really stop them. So we didn't lose anything. But now we're in for it because Yis is attacking us. They might have Morvox. And boy, do they have Morvox. Okay, so they're first of all, they're leading with a front line of War Shamblers. Holy crap, these guys look horrific. Led by the Consort, who's a hero. Heroic Valor, so they're all going to have amazing leadership. Backed up by just some regular Yisians, and look at all these Morvox. Oh my god. Alright, well, at least we have our flankers on the right flank. If they were up here, I would be so scared right now. Alright, let's see how we do. I don't think I even set them at fire archers, or fire cavalry. Yes, well, they are. Some of them are firing at them. We could throw off the glamour with some good arrow hits. Hopefully they'll figure that out. Yep, we just took the glamour off one of them. Let's get our hammermen in there. Nice, the lightning bolt is doing its thing. Yeah, we're more prepared for you guys now. We have magic on our side. Another lightning bolt would be nice. Mind burn would be nice. Web is doing its thing. That guy over there just got webbed. We have to be ready for anything, right? 1 minute we're fighting Agartha, the next minute... Uh-oh. One got through. Bodyguards. Come on. Our sorcerer is ethereal. Oh, shoot. Now there's two of them. With a third on the way. We took out one. Protect our sorcerer! Protect Corvus Corax! Nice. Nice! Our troops were like, no way are they getting Corvus Corax. Man, what a bloody battle. What a bloody battle. The Morvox versus the Ursuline Guard. Morvox are definitely winning. Alright. Oh. Sorry, Caractacus. Team Squares. I'm sorry. Alright, let's see. Wow, all these dead. All these dead Enkidu. And not just cheapy little cheapy weepies, but our good guys, too. One took off. Alright, Berlandus, how did you do? You're just making people courageous. That's fine. Agav Kish. You took out a Shambler, or at least did some damage to a Shambler with Mind Burn. Then you did a little bit more damage. And then, wow, you actually hit their consort with 11 points of damage. Nice. Corvus Corax. Was saving you worth it? Were the lives of the Enkidu who fell to defend you worth it? 15 points of shock damage on a Morvox Knight? Yes. Yes, I would say that that is worth it. Other than that, though, didn't look like too much happened. Then he went to blindness after... I don't know why you would do that. Oh, well. Alright, they're running. So this was not a good day for us. We lost 42 of our units, including almost all of our Ursuline Guard. Only one remains. We lost 2 on the retreat. This army is completely done for. They have to fall back. They have to fall back to safe ground. We did take out 32 of these guys, but at what cost? At what cost, man? Luckily, we had Corvus, took out 2. Alright. Silbermark. Oh, they're attacking us here. I don't think it's going to go too well for you. Yeah. Probably not. So how did that go? It went as you would have expected it to go. Stonegrave. Copper deposits have been found. Okay, so we found a magic site in copper, or copper magic site in Stonegrave. There you go, Marcus. English. We took out a TNCE scout, an Imperial consort. I guess she was trying to get into the Enkidu lands to perhaps seduce one of our commanders, or maybe even gasp Ursula herself. Good thing we caught that sneak at the border. Pythium was coming in with an assassin, and one of our Ursuline Guard took care of that little mess. Alright, Livenmark is, it's going to take a while to breach the walls because we have a smaller force, but that's okay. Alright, we got to get out of here now. I mean, we're technically still not at war with Yes. Although now would be a great... Holy goodness. And we can't combine these armies either. Oh, the might of the Enkidu is about to be tested royally here. Lautaro. You give that to... Who's most likely going to survive? Nathan? I thought we already had one. All this time we didn't even have a any type of... Wow. Oof. Alright, Lautaro. I don't want to risk your life in Desert of Visions. Doesn't seem like a smart move. Let's just send you back to pick up more supplies. This army will do a better job than this army. I mean, Arctic Green is brave. Gilgamesh is mighty. But 77 units against 410? I don't know. This army at least has Ursuline Guard. And a shaman. Arctic Green is kind of a shaman, though. Kim. I mean, I guess I could join him with Kim. He can manage to cast more Wooden Warriors, but... Actually, Kim needs to go up here. What am I talking about? He needs to lead troops. Okay. Ursula. Do you have enough to cast... Where is it? Trade winds. Yes, you do. So, okay, you have to put 10 in it no matter what. And it lasts, I think, like 1 turn. But every additional gem you put in lasts another turn. So we're going to put in 20, which will last 10 turns. And that will, again, increase the income of this province by 25%, which in this case will be like 52, which is not bad. Phobos, you are going to research for now. But Imaru is going to forge you some booster items. Alright, Knights, keep up with the feathering. Actually, we might not be able to. No, we can. Alright. So this army has a shaman, so it needs the N2 who's coming still. More artillery would not hurt. I don't think we have any bows, though. J-Leet is heading over. That guy is moving over, so they're both going to be here soon. Alright, Cert, who are you going to be? Versal. Welcome to the team, Versal, and you're coming in hot, buddy. We need you. Actually, since they're going to... Well, yeah, so... Yeah, next turn, he'll still make it, because the N2 will be recruited next turn. She'll head over in 1 turn, so it'll take 2 turns. 1, 2, that'll be fine. Alright. Or that's Versal. Do we have anyone new here? No, we couldn't afford one. Nana. Nana. You are going to be... Zababa. Nice. Can Liquid Body and make some troops ethereal. Actually might be a good thug chassis, but Liquid Body makes you less strong, so you're less likely to hit. Or maybe not less likely to hit, but you're less likely for your hits to have meaningful effect. Still, though, Head on over to Uruk, please. Oh, right. I was like, why did Napishtim already get here? That's because he came from Murius. Okay. In Murius, we have Bobo's here now, which is good. I planned that because he's going to Auspex. Oh, wait. No, I guess he's not. Because everything's already been searched. All right, Bobo. I guess you could join the fight then. No, you're not going to sneak through there. Oh, I guess you kind of have to, don't you? Because there's this water here. All right, Bobo. You're too far away to really be useful, so we're going to have you research until there's some trouble on this front. Another 2 nature, which is great for us, because that means when warriors. And eventually mass protection. Salamor. And I do want you guys to know there's about 200 names on this list, maybe even more, since the last time I checked. So the odds of us naming everyone, especially if you were late to the draw, like if you didn't put a name in the first couple days, might be a little heavy. I mean, we'll see. We're going to be recruiting more leaders as we get more money and stuff like that. But Salamor, we're just going to keep recruiting troops here, and once Salamor has a fair amount, we'll head him somewhere he needs to go. Okay, everything's fine here. Yep. I guess we could start building the fortress in Assad. That won't leave us much for recruitment, but we can get another NC. And then maybe... Oh, shoot, I forgot a Sorcerer of the Sands again. Is that more valuable than an NC? Considering that we can get NCs other places, maybe? Still waiting for the death spells, so okay, it'll take 2 turns, though. So we're left with 150. What can we get for that? 2 commanders. That might be good for moving troops around. Or a Nin, really. I can get 2 Nins, actually. Alright, we'll get a Nin here. And we'll get a Nin here. Alright. Morgoth is still going to hang out. Sorry, Morgoth. I wish there was more for you to do, but I don't want you just to die. Haga... Oh, yeah, you guys. Yeah, definitely. How many are there here? 5... We can't retreat to Kuhir. There's not enough supplies for us. Well, actually, we can now that we're completely messed up. But I want to be able to get us troops. And I don't really want this castle here in Kuhir. I'd rather have one in Sleepy Wolf. Well, actually, with Assad now. Actually, Kuhir might be fine. Impassable Mountains would take resources away from White Forest. Which, by the way, let me check. Yeah, they're not set to hold and attack Osis, which I want them to do. Okay. Alright, so we're going to head to Impassable Mountains. We're going to pick up the troops, then head to Sleepy Wolds, pick up the troops, then to Centania, pick up the troops, and then back to somewhere safe. This army is going to take a break from the fighting for a while. Bardur, I like you exactly where you are. Keep up. Vexini. I think Vexini was Haraspexing from here, and I think that we cannot Haraspex anymore, because we have Haraspexed all that we can Haraspex. So Vexini is going to research for 5 minutes, but I need to get Vexini into one of the armies. Although, like I said, once we get mass protection, there really is no need for additional shaman. Don't get me wrong, there's spells they can cast, like Storm of Thorns, Shrink, and Large, but that's definitely the one we're really rooting for. So we need at least 1 shaman in every army, but we only really need that 1 shaman. And I don't think I've missed anyone in terms of naming. Everybody here is going to stay, unfortunately. Gavin. Gonna research. Mardum. I guess you can get some Kusarikus. They are expensive for what you get, but they're kind of fun and thematic and national, so at least I can show them to you guys. Captain Bill, you're going to research. Camilianus, so you're going to go back to forging We need a couple nature forges, really, because we need to pump out cornucopias, thistle maces. The Horns of Valor are actually really useful. 3 gems for inspiration +1. This is really useful to give our NCs a bit less fatigue, which this will also do. Reinvigoration 3. Oh. This is the best, though. This gives you reinvigoration 5, but it costs 8 gems. This gives you 3 as well, and this costs earth gems. He has a hammer. Yeah, why not? We'll do that. So I think we have plenty of food items for the moment. Yeah, we have 3 wine bags. Oh, right. Who's moving? Oh, we're not moving. Oh, yeah, we are. That guy. Right. That guy. You get the numbness. And what's your 13 protection, 1, 2? You know what, that guy? You are not an NC, but you're doing good things for us, so why don't we give that to you? So, as you can see here, his protection is now doubled, but his defense and encumbrance have not dropped at all. So that's cool. J-Elite? Yes, you can get a Robe of Shadows. Although you're going to cast Mistform the first thing you do, so you need it less than, say, a Shaman. Nah, we'll leave it. Mistform's pretty powerful. We need to give feathers out. Doramus? One day you're going to be one of our snipers, but for right now, you're going to help us with researching. As will Jinno. Alright. So actually, what you could do, Morgoth, is you could deliver more food items to the front lines. Actually, do these guys need... I mean, Lord Death could use a Robe of Shadows. As could... well, really a lot of people, but really just Lord Death. We don't have a N2 with this force. We have Nergal, who has good armor. But yeah, we'll give Morgoth a Robe of Shadows, too. And heck, why not a... oh, we can't get the Water Elemental. Does anyone here need a Thistle Mace? Yeah, Lord Death could use a Thistle Mace. Alright. Alright, Morgoth, we're going to give you a Thistle Mace. So Morgoth is magic item transmission here. And Morgoth is going to go to... we'll head to Norfangs first. And then we'll determine, based on what happens here in the next couple turns, where he's going to go after that. Perfect. And I can't believe we've only played like 1.5 turns, and it's already almost 50 minutes. I'm so sorry. Okay, so we're going to hold here. Lorenzo's going to forge another Robe of Shadows. Kiku is going to research. Valthur, also for right now. Barador's fine. Yep. All right, well, that's it, folks. Next episode, we'll resolve this turn. We'll do a couple other ones. I need to figure out a way to make these go by faster, though. I talk too much, and we're already at 50 minutes, and not too much has happened plot-wise, though we have been able to give a cool description of all of our cities and kind of what they stand for. Someone in the comments wanted to see all the pretenders again. Problem is, you can see their names, but you can't see what they are. Like, you can guess, I guess. So Bandarlog worships the god of darkness, so maybe some death. Harvester of sailors, so maybe water. Boiling spirit, so maybe fire? I don't know. Nadina, princess of astral fires, princess of the hunt, so nature and astral. She who stole the fire, so nature, fire, and astral, maybe. Tulia is the sea mother, so water. Lady of the waves, so she sounds like she's a lot of water. The embracer. Fionn is death, gatherer of the dead, the unforgiving master. Agartha Python is the prince of inventions. That might be earth. He who is at the center. I think he's probably earth. Vanarus Python, the fortifier, the earth monster, king of patience, father of the gods. So he's also earth. Oh, we did Yama already. And Skyla, the guide of souls, queen of the dead, goddess of rain. So I guess water and death. Or yes. Those are our enemy pretenders. Most people have said that Python likely refers to an earth snake. So those two probably have Earth Snake Pretenders. We already know that Yis has the Dracana. And Agartha. Did we see Agartha's Pretender? Oh, yeah, right. Python, Earth Snake. Duh. So we haven't seen Tulia. We don't know what Pythium's Pretender is. But that's where we're at. We've got this little area surrounded by lakes pretty much sewn up. And we're doing pretty well, so praise Ursula. I'm Marcus Aurelius. I'd like to thank you very much for watching. Go out there and have a good time. Take care.